Have you heard me say in the channel, this property doesn't do the lot justice? This architectural style property not just does the lot justice, it elevates it and makes it look so good when the lot is really horrible. I'm Arvin Haddad. I'm the How to Buy a Mansion guy. I've critiqued over 1,000 mansions and I buy mansions for my clients. Let's get the show started.
Welcome to Villa Vela, a 17.9 exquisite modern mansion. Today we are going to present you with one of the most spectacular homes ever built in the neighborhood of Sotogrande, and with the most impressive Drumelia in-house marketing production.
Why does this guy has the Cristiano Ronaldo stand? And sounds like a Russian mobster.
CEO Drumelia.
About to shoot you if you don't buy this house. Must have been like a TV presenter in the earlier life or something. He's very intense.
This is how you present a 17.9 million house.
All right, so let's go. Do you recognize this guy on TikTok? He's like the etiquette guy with his wife. I guess he lives in Marbella. He's doing modeling for this property. Pretty interesting account.
Villa Vela stands on a plot of just under 6,000 square meters.
Of crap lot. This lot is horrible. Probably one of the worst in the whole community. I'll show you guys why later in the video.
Its total interior build size is 1,700 square meters with additional 1,400 square meters of terraces, providing us with fantastic proportions and an impressive one-of-a-kind layout to make your experience of this home unrepeatable.
This guy loves the way he talks. He's like in love with himself.
The long oval facades, unique entrance water features, captivating garden designs, even on the first floor with palm trees breaking through the property, picture-perfect nature views combined with total peace and tranquility. Outstanding.
Pay attention to the view, okay? It's not even that good of a view. I mean, how much ocean do you see over here? It's like, what, 10%? And this is at, I think, a higher floor. So, you know, it's a partial ocean view property.
And architecture throughout every common and living area of this home, with a special interior design, an immense spa, total of 5 bedroom suites plus a staff bedroom, and 3 completely different terrace floor settings integrated with the landscape that stands in the only privately guarded community inside the private community of Sotogrande with 24-hour security, with just 3.
Okay, first you should know that this lot is horrible and you don't get this upper half. This is actually for sale. It doesn't come with this property. And this lower one is one of the worst ones on the lower side. Look at the one next door. It's much more flat, much better lot, much wider lot. This lot is heavily sloped. In fact, the only real flat area is over here where the lawn is, and not all of it is flat. As you go down towards this round guest house, you get another slope over here to come. But what's incredible is when an architect takes a piece of crap lot and maximizes its potential, minimizing its weaknesses. And the way this architect does it is amazing. He fixes a lot of things that we're going to talk about in this video, but I would name a few over here. He fixes the approach where you enter at the middle level, so you have one up, one down, and at the same time gives you views from every possible angle that you could have. It's really brilliant. I really like how this architect has done it. And the developers in Los Angeles hillside properties should really take notes, because they could come up with designs similar to this and fix the slope issue of some of their properties with elegance and, beauty.
Private driveway that opens the property view once you enter its private personal access as something exclusive, hidden, and therefore more special. All this creating an overall impressive sensation. And that's why we are here today, presenting you.
This is the only real flat area of the lot, which is, significantly lower than the actual entrance to the property.
A hidden gem of Spain and an oasis for the best private lifestyle imaginable. 𝗤𝗏 is set just 45 kilometers west from Marbella, being that 30-minute comfortable drive, and offers a wide range of 6-star level amenities for its residences. 𝗤𝗏 started its development in the 60s and precisely today has reached a turning point in the high-end market with several villas of cinema caliber already successfully selling and the most exclusive villas coming to the market. And just above La Reserva Beach Club, in the best spot of 𝗤𝗏 is where Villa Vela stands.
I disagree. This is not the best spot of the whole community. I went on Google Earth, look, there's plenty of other better lots than this.
Hidden in the landscape of the nature among many other high-end villas. Arriving with your car, you experience the first
Pay attention to the approach.
breathtaking images of the back facade through a circular courtyard. Being able to park the car in front of the passerella to the main entrance, part covered by the top floor, or driving directly into the private garage, where you would have a convenient connection to the house.
Did you see what happened? First, you're like, Arvin, the approach is too close to the property. You don't get to see the facade of the property. Actually, your approach is on the back side of the property. That's not the front of the property. The front of the property is after the back of the property because they went for the oval design. Brilliant. It's such a cool way of fixing this issue. My hats goes off. And pay attention how many other issues it actually fixes by going this design. And I will tell you the one big negative of it too. Every move has has positives and negatives.
And proceeding to enter the home through this oval, massive outdoor patio.
So look at the approach. Just after you park, you come through this beautiful courtyard to set the mood. You have this gorgeous olive trees. You have water features on side.
Being completely blown away by this curvature of the facade, water features, stunning trees, high quality floor-to-ceiling pivoting door, part of the cool box entry. All of this telling you this is something else. At first, this unorthodox layout.
Okay, major flaw. You've spotted it, right? Really low ceilings. Now you're thinking, Arvin, well, they could have excavated lower. Why didn't they just give it a higher floor? This was, again, a major problem with the lot. Yes, of course they could have given a higher floor to this. But the problem it would have raised is that you would lose the views from the lower level. So you're barely getting any views to begin with because the ocean is really far away. And even from this level, it's just kind of a tiny line in the horizon. So if you make this floor go lower, then the one below for sure is not going to get any views. And the one below that is not going to get any views. It's like, what do you want? You want high ceilings or you want views? And that's a big sacrifice, right? Like when you're thinking about it, what is the end user going to pay more for? Would they rather see ocean view or higher ceiling? I think ocean views. One of the number one criteria when a person wants to buy a vacation home in the Mediterranean is ocean views.
But once you get a feel for it, it's super special.
Okay, let's talk about the layout. You have the formal living space right in the center, and then you have the family room or TV room to its right. There are two living spaces next to each other, but they each have a function. I personally think the formal living space is a little bit too busy, but it works. You don't have any waste.
Finally, we're in the living room with 3 different areas: the centerpiece seating, the formal dining room, and the TV sitting. With this stunning floor-to-ceiling windows with a picture view, captivating all attention, providing access to the huge outdoor terraces and spaces. Through these sliding designer doors, we connect the living room with this highly spacious kitchen. Imagine in the morning the sun fills in the room with so much natural light. We have a beautiful interconnected double island, natural dark wood in combination with white ceramic all around, and this beautiful decoration makes this room a marvelous joy for your breakfast mornings.
So, having a closed kitchen is always a risky choice, but when you open it up to the view and to the terrace, it's not that crazy of a choice to make because you already have 3 allocations to the room next door, and putting the kitchen there is, it would be just too much. And you kind of keep that area very elegant. But by giving a second bar to the kitchen, keeping this area very cozy and intimate, and while opening it up to outdoors is a brilliant choice, a smart choice. You kind of have an open kitchen without really having one. Brilliant. Very good design choice.
All connected with the outdoor dining spaces for all dining options. You also have a direct access in the corner of the terrace to the bottom area where sits the outdoor mat.
I love this stairway coming from the higher floor down. Very beautiful, tucked in. It doesn't interrupt the view. It doesn't block the view. It opens up wider and wider as it comes down. very elegant, and you kind of get to see the architecture of the property, a little bit of view as you come down. Again, very nice approach, walking approach towards your backyard. Obviously, it's not level with the interior level, but again, I feel like they've done the best they could because it's a very, very heavily sloped lot.
Infinity pool with dozens of sunbeds and a barbecue and bathroom area. The proportion of this kitchen is superb. Behind, we have an extra pantry room. Lots of storage, all connected through a corridor with the garage.
I like how you didn't call it a chef's kitchen, because this is like literally a pantry, or maybe a catering kitchen if you want to call it that.
From where you can access the living area and also the staff corridor with the laundry and staff bedroom with beautiful views from its own private corner garden. From the main living, we can also access the guest toilet, lift and staircase that lead us only to the bottom entertainment level, where there's many things to see, with the main feature being a stunning huge spa with floor-to-ceiling windows around, and direct views and access to the outdoor pool. On the opposite side, slightly sheltered from the main room.
Again, this room, this great room, serves your family room, formal living space, and dining room, optimizes the best views. But another brilliant thing is that by positioning the front entrance after the back of the property, you have double exposures. Meaning you're going to get the morning light, you're going to get the afternoon light, and you're not looking into the driveway, which is not normally the most beautiful part of the property. You're looking at this courtyard that you created, this zen space on one side, and the ocean view and the mountain views on the other side. By the way, I don't like curved properties, and this property is completely an oval shape, but it's just done so right that I completely find it attractive. From every angle, you're seeing something beautiful in this house, and we'll talk about the color palette too, because again, very neutral, very safe, very timeless. It's not going to get old. The furniture it's nice, elegant, very European, I would say, but overall, it's just very cohesive, relaxing. It lets the outside do the talking instead of trying to impress you with something on the inside. I really like it.
Spacious office or a private meeting room, conveniently located between the main bedroom area and living, featuring its own private terrace for informal private coffee chat whilst enjoying the magnitude of your home, away from the main activity that typically happens in the kitchen area, which in this case would be exactly on the opposite side of the house. And by making use of these oval shapes of the building, this terrace has been pushed back into the house, providing additional intimate feeling to it. The hallway from the office, with light and glass on both sides, leads us to a grand staircase executed in a round shape, providing us, together with the
beautiful use of indoor plants, I love it. It's beautiful. It's just so calming.
The 4-bedroom suites that are laid out on the top floor, including the master in the west wing. Truly, every corner of the top floor is absolutely unique. I've never seen such stunning combination of architecture with landscape in the bedroom floor, providing a feel of serenity and peace, elevating this home above so many. Starting by the oval hallway, the incredible view from every bedroom and bathroom.
So this is key. First of all, you should know that the second floor is not sitting on top of the first floor, okay? So that's also, as far as noise, vibrations, people walking, on the second floor, hearing it on the lower floor, that's not happening. By positioning the second floor above it, now you have views from the second floor. And you don't have the first floor blocking you, right? The lower floor blocking you. So you have a setback. You utilize that approach that you manufactured, right? That courtyard. By putting the second story over there and the bedrooms over there, you still get ocean views from that floor. You get a separation from the main living room. You create the approach. Again, it's a slam dunk. It's a beautiful execution of a design functional for the lot and maximizing its potential, or even creating potential out of nothing and minimizing its weaknesses.
And the garden terraces of this floor that are simply huge. Somehow, I think it's an amazing feeling to look out from your bedrooms onto these massive gardens and not just the standard terracing. This place, one of the wow features of this home, can be accessed from all the bedrooms and is the perfect spot for the sunrise gazing in the early morning when the first sunlight hits the curves of this home. A little bit of yoga, a little bit of meditation, beautiful breakfasts, And in the evening, when the sun goes down, 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗃 entertains you with its darker character. The unique architectural shapes light up with the bespoke lighting system studied to bring up to your attention the best this home has to offer, creating a memorable experience for anyone that sets foot into this property and captures it at its peak moment. The master bedroom features a walk-in closet and a charming bathroom with double vanity on each side, and a freestanding bath opposite the windows with the best views of this home, like an art piece positioned in the center of the room. Travertine on the walls, elegant faucets and neat decoration throughout with 2 showers and a separate water closet adds the touches of comfort and relaxation to the master. But the true relaxation happens on the entertainment floor.
Okay, super low ceilings. Again, this is a sacrifice they had to make. I don't even know if you're going to get ocean views from this level, but to have an indoor pool is pretty cool. I mean, in Marbella, it's pretty much warm. It's kind of like California weather most of the year. But again, people buy properties in Marbella for the vacation, and sometimes they want to be there in winter time, right? When it's like they live in Norway or, you know, Denmark or Russia, and it's really cold in the winter time, they want to come over here. And if the weather is just not warm enough, they can still use that indoor pool. Again, really cool. The fact that you have it is amazing.
And this space is a superb addition to the property that does not stop to impress, ticking every single box that you could desire to have in your perfect house, starting with a movie theater for the whole family to enjoy. Exposition of
very European movie theater. You know, I actually haven't seen a movie theater like this. The soundproofing seems to be there. Very white. I think black is the way to go, but different. You know, seats look comfortable. That's what matters.
Wine in your bodega with temperature control.
So the wine room being by the swimming pool is like, that doesn't really make sense to me. But it seems like because they've positioned this property on 3 different levels and none of the levels sit on top of each other. So you're kind of stuck out on the basement level where the terrace of the entry level is. So again, it's good for as far as like noise. So if someone is walking on the entry level, you know, the formal living space, you're not really walking above you. So the levels are not stacked on top of each other. And they just didn't find the right space to put the, you know, wine cellar. And they had to put it next to the swimming pool, which to me is just out of place.
The entire spa level is surrounded by floor-to-ceiling glass doors.
And then the gym is just so out of place. I mean, that's dangerous to put weights next to swimming pool and jacuzzi and slippery. And again, you might get away with putting a treadmill next there, but you should really have your own gym.
Outside, separated by a few steps to underline the 2 different spaces, we access the main garden areas where the elegant outdoor pool sits. Huge, according to the magnitude of the facade that this home offers. Plenty of space around. Don't forget, this is a 6,000 square meter plot. But if for some reason you need a bigger garden for your tennis courts, guest houses, garage for 30 cars and so on, you have the chance to buy the plot behind this house from the same owner that does not affect the property in any way possible, of 3,750 square meters, to recreate your wildest dreams, all of them in one property, adapting it completely to your lifestyle. And speaking of guest houses,
so one important flaw that you should notice, 99% I'm sure you're not getting any ocean views from the swimming pool area, right? You're pretty much inside a valley. There might be a little bit of privacy issue. I see that house looking down on you, but again, it looks pretty damn private. But what you get on the lower level is a flat lawn finally, right? You get a flat area over there and a pretty big swimming pool, and it's great for kids, families, entertaining. They've done the best they absolutely could with this lot to utilize, you know, bring the outdoor activities like the swimming pool and the lawn together at the right place while giving views to at least 2 or maybe 3 levels in this property.
Let's not forget that this property offers one, set at the far corner of the plot, privately positioned, it does not disturb the main property in any way.
So if you're seeing some mid-century elements like, Palm Springs vibes in this property, you're not tripping out. It definitely has these elements. And even in the courtyard where the trees were sticking out through the roof, those elements are very like Palm Spring mid-century elements. But again, I really feel like the architect took maybe tiny hints from here and there, but really made something of his own, right? He really created a piece of architecture that is very unique to his own and is not really imitating or copying anyone. It's his own style, which I really, really admire, and I think they've done a fantastic execution.
Stands another round building slightly buried into the ground for even further separation, offering one ensuite bedroom with a quiet, intimate terrace. It has been a true pleasure to show you this home and explain about what Sotogrande has to offer.
Would I recommend this property to my clients? Yes and no. I'll tell you why. There's nothing more that ultra wealthy like, especially when they're going with their second, third home, vacation homes. They want to have something that no one else has. And this property is so unique in its architectural style. It really sets the mood differently when you go there yourself. It changes the vibe, and that's what they're looking for. I don't want to feel the same as I'm feeling in my primary residence or my, Aspen house or, European Alps chalet. I want to feel different. And architecturally, this property really sets the mood, okay? Completely sets it apart. You would enjoy it yourself. Your guests will absolutely trip out off the architecture. They will be confused as hell as far as what the hell is going on in a good way. But it comes at a risk or a knowledge that you need to have. Look, I always say first buy the lot, then buy the structure. The lot is not that good. It's heavily sloped. There are a lot better lots than this. So as long as you don't overpay for this property, I think you're in a good shape, because architecturally it's very unique and very well thought out. I don't think it will go out of style, but the finishes will. And when the finishes go out of style, you have to dump the money in it, renovate it, and spend all that money. But the problem is your lot is just not really appreciating at the same rate as all the other really good lots in the community. That's a big risk that you have to take. And I think all the developers or hillside property builders in Los Angeles or other parts of the world where they're building hillside properties, this is a really interesting design that you could incorporate to fix the slope of the lot, maximize views that you would normally expect from a hillside property, and tie in the backyard to the property in a very subtle, not 3-story, 4-story drop elevator style, but in a more subtle, elegant way. Now, if you want to see my favorite home in Los Angeles, click over here. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the comments. Take care.